Hello and welcome to one of the more important training videos that we are putting together, and that is Start Right, Start Fast. And now that you've completed all of the other training series videos that walk you through the 7 steps of the VAP book, the Viseo Action Plan booklet, now it's time to actually implement all of the various things and skill sets that you've learned during that training series. And the most important thing that I think I said on one of the training videos, and it says, success loves speed. That is so true. And so now we got to do is this business is about duplication, your ability to duplicate your efforts with every new person, new brand partner that comes into your business. And so I want to kind of walk you through the process now that you've got these training series. What's next? How do I start right? And how do I build fast? So that's what the purpose of this video is. So the first thing I want you to know is now that you've learned some skill sets, you're going to go out, you got your Fabulous 5, you're brand new, you got your Fabulous 5, then you're going to, you'll work that down to your top 25, and eventually you'll keep on building that list till you get to 250. Remember when I said your job description is this, to pass good information to every person on your list so that they can make an informed decision, an educated decision. Yes, I can get excited, or no, I can't. We're not attached to the outcome. We're going to just play out the numbers. Numbers don't lie. Okay. So what happens is we go through the process. Let's say you talk to your top Fabulous 5. The numbers would say that you'll probably bring in 1 or 2 out of the 5, and so that should be your ability to go star your very first week just by your Fabulous 5. 1 on your left, 1 on your right. That's what we talk about, the Fabulous 5, and to me it's the best method for you to go out and become a star your very first week. So now what we've done is we call it a team standard. What is the team standard for Viseo? Number 1 is your commitment when you come into the business, your commitment to be your very own best customer, be on LCP for the next 12 months. You get to choose whatever product selection you want for at least a minimum of 80 points, preferably 160 points, so you can get full commission. But at a minimum, 80 points. And it could be as simple as 2 core completes, husband and wife, just 2 core completes. You're qualified to earn commissions once you've satisfied that requirement. So that's your LCP. You make that commitment for 12 months, and then the next step is to become a star. You need to recruit 2, 1 on your left, 1 on your right. And that's the sequence of duplication. That's it. Don't make it more complicated than it is. LCP commitment for 1 year, and then become a star. 1 on your left, 1 on your right. And that's your basic, that's our team standard. That's what everybody that comes in and becomes a brand partner, that is their commitment to start their business. Everybody. And we want to teach everybody that this is not a complicated process. We want it to be fun and inviting to everybody. And some people, it's just a process to get their first 2, and I think that we as partners or brand or mentors or coaches or whatever, we need to dial down into the simplicity of what that really means. 1 on your left, 1 on your right, and we want to be able to. Sometimes you got somebody that is so scared, so nervous, they're having a hard time picking up the phone. Don't be afraid to go over there and sit in the couch across them and kind of role play with them and get them comfortable to pick up the phone and just simply call somebody and say, hey, Joe, I don't know, you use the form. I've already done this on the other training, but don't be afraid to help them go through that process and kind of work with them to get started. You got to get them started. Okay, that's getting started right. And then, once we get somebody in, this is the important thing. Now we get our first yes in our network marketing team. And so what do we do now? I've got a yes. This is where a lot of people, in fact, I had a conversation with one of my other brand partners the other day. He just brought in a really sharp guy a couple weeks ago. And he said, Mark, he's watched the 7 training videos now. So we've got him up to speed. And I said, are you sure he's watched the training videos, or you just sent him the training videos? He said, well, I've sent them to him. And I said, have you confirmed that he's watched them? And he said, no. And I said, has he called you at all and said, hey, I've watched this video, I have this question? And he says, no. And I said, chances are he has not watched any of the videos. And so I said, let me tell you what I did when I sponsored a guy yesterday. So I sponsored a new brand partner yesterday, and he's excited. And I said, okay, to this person, I'm not going to give any names. I said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you a video. It is the VAP training video step 1, which is, discovering your why, having what is your core purpose? What is it that fire inside you? What's your dream? And so I called him and I said, so here, I'm going to send you this first video. And then I said, once you're done with that video, call me and let me know so we can talk about it. So I sent it to him. About a half hour later, he called me back and we talked about it. And I said, okay, what is your why? What did you watch the video? What is your core desire? What's your purpose? What's your dream? What's that dream that's firing inside you? And he said, Mark, he says, I've lived in either a condo or an apartment my entire life. I've never had a home. I would love to have this business. I'd love to make enough money in this business so I can finally have a home for my wife and my 2 kids. And I said, okay, anything else? And he said, yes. He says, I want to be a good dad. I don't make a lot of money, but I do okay. But I have no time. I'd love to have the opportunity to be there to watch my kids grow up and to have those experiences. That I could relate to because that was my core desire, was freedom. So he basically said freedom was his other core desire. So get into a home and also have some freedom. And I took notes as I'm listening to him. I took notes because I create a little profile of every new brand partner that I sponsor, so that if they ever decide that the frustration is so difficult and they want to quit, I can always say, hey, you don't get to quit. You're going to get better. Let's go back. Let's remember. I'm going to go back to the notes and say, remember why we're doing this business. We're doing this business because you want to get in a home, and you want freedom. And sometimes you just have to re-jog their memory of what their core desire and what their passion is. And so we talked about that. Then boom, I sent him video number 2, and I said, once you're done with video number 2, I want you to call me back. And so he watched that one and called me back about a half hour later, and that one was goals and commitments. And so then I said, okay, let's talk about goals and commitments. I said in the video, you saw that I put gold executive, that is kind of the milestone that everybody is shooting for. That is that we want everybody to go on a free cruise. Dallin wants to send everybody on a free cruise. And so that's a great milestone that we can really, really push. And I directed him to the VAP book, the little blue book, and said, I want you to go to the section that talks about the gold rush, how to go gold in 90 days. And I want you to read that. And I want you to study it. And I want you to reread it. And then with that, I want you to kind of lay out all of your goals and your commitments to your business. And I want a time frame of when you feel like you can go gold. And he came back to me and he said, Mark, I've gone through the list. I've studied it. I think I can go gold in 30 to 60 days. And I said, okay, let's look at 60 days as a milestone. And then we talked about what that would look like. And so all of a sudden, boom, we checked off. We've got now one video, the step 1 checked off, step 2 checked off. And as soon as he was done that, I did step 3. And this one will shock a lot of people, but it's because of what he does for a living. And that's creating your names list. And so he watches that and he got all excited. He said, Mark, he said, I've got this one checked off. And I said, what's that? He goes, I have 2,100 names that I can talk to about this business from my previous sales experience. And I'm not going to get into that. I said, 2,100 people. I said, that's a gold mine. I said, I remember in the video I trained he or she that has the most names, that equates to he or she who makes the most money. That's a lot of names. And I told him, I said, okay, so you have 2,100 people. I said, do you have your fabulous 5? And he said, I do. And I said, do you have your top 25? He said, I do. I said, okay, let's start on that immediately. And so I role played with him on what to say, and he's already got an appointment for me this afternoon. As soon as I'm done with this video, I will be doing a three-way call with one of his fabulous 5 this afternoon as soon as I'm done here. And so we're starting the process right, and we're starting it fast. He only got signed up yesterday, and he's already engaging in activity today, and he's already watched 3 videos, and he's learned a lot in just the last 24 hours. And so then so this morning, I sent him the video number 4, which is contacting and the art of inviting, how to do it the right way. And I kind of walked him through this for the first contact that he did earlier today as well. And these are just, it's just practice, and it's just being consistent, and it's just allowing yourself to go through the process. And some of us, and me included, I was not very good at this. I was not blessed with tremendous skill sets to be a great sales guy or marketer. At least at the beginning, I may have developed into somebody that is fairly effective at it. But at the beginning, when I started 30 years ago, I don't think I was that person, but I had somebody that believed in me and thought I was good enough. And I stayed in the game long enough that I think I was able to polish and hopefully perfect some of those skills. And so now he's got his list together. So he's got his core desire, his why established. He's got his goals established. Now he's got his names to go out, and one by one, he's got 2,100 people to talk to. I said, you got a big job ahead of you. I said, your job now is to talk to each one of those 2,100 people as fast as you can, but your goal is to give an effective presentation to each one of them so that you can go out and build your business. And so that process starts today. Now he's learned how to invite. He's learned how to contact them. And then the next video I'll send him out today is how to give a presentation, an effective presentation. Show me the plan. And then right into the art of the close. So that's where we are. We're just going through them one by one, and we just kind of check it off. And this is basically your first orientation. This is what you can do. You can do it all in. You can do exactly what I'm doing right now. When you sign somebody up, you can do this right in person, and go through the 7 right with them. Once they've watched all the videos, the first thing starts is they have to check off that they've watched all the videos. And so the gentleman that called me yesterday saying, what's next? I said, has he watched all the videos? And I'm not casting any blame. He just says, well, I sent it to him. Well, you and I both know just because you sent something does not confirm that they've watched it. And we have since confirmed that he has not watched any of those videos. And that's often the case, as we have a brand new partner that is excited for a moment, but then what's next? And we send them stuff. And so the way that I would recommend you do it, send it one by one, and then have them call you and confirm that they watched that one, and then talk about it, take notes, and then move on to the second one. Again, confirm, take notes, and then move on to the third, and etc. And that's what I'm doing right now as an example of somebody that I brought into the business yesterday morning. So with that is your first orientation or your first interview, and you walk through that process. This is how you get them started right. This is how you get them started fast. The ultimate goal is correct duplication, which is simply LCP commitment for 1 year. We've got that one checked off with the gentleman I sponsored yesterday. Absolutely no questions. 1 year commitment. I am all in, Mark, is what he referred to me, and I will have my 2 hopefully this week and become a star. Now, and then I cautioned him. I said, just because you get your 2 this week, don't pat yourself on the back and say, oh, I'm done. It doesn't work like that. Never go into management mode. You're always in production mode, which means go get 2 more. Okay, and then you get 2 more. Don't pat yourself on the back again because I've sponsored 4. Okay, that's good. We're proud of you. We're excited. Now you're building your business. This is equity in your company. Don't stop there. Go get 2 more. Go get 2 more. And just keep on duplicating, and then make sure that every one of those start right, that they all start right and start fast through this duplication series and training what we're doing right now. With that, guys, I'm gonna say you've got one of the most amazing businesses. You are part of an amazing company with some of the best products in the world. I believe they're the best products in the world. The timing could not be better. You've got now great training. You've got great tools to go out and build your business. I will even go on to say that Viseo's not on trial. They've done everything they can from a company to put you and I in a position to win. And now we've got to do our part, and we've got to do our homework. We've got to allow ourselves to get educated, watch the videos, train, learn, and just, I don't care how many times you watch them until you feel like you can polish and perfect that. But once you've done that and you dial all of this in, now you have a viable business. So you can go out and duplicate yourself with a simple philosophy is you bring somebody in, 1 year commitment, LCP, become a star. That means 1 on the left, 1 on the right, and everybody repeats that process. If everybody does this, this business duplicates perfectly, everybody wins. That's the goal. That's the team standard. That should be the team standard that you start with you, because this is your business. What's your team standard? LCP commitment, 1 year, and become a star, hopefully in the first week, one on the left, one on the right. With that, I'm going to go ahead and congratulate you for a great decision to join Viseo. I look forward to possibly traveling with you on the beaches of the world. Last thing I'm going to say, I'm going to just talk about leadership. Our hope for you is that you grow into that true leader that you know you can be. And as you learn this business, as you go out and start to create a team and you become a leader, just remember, leaders always, they always show up. They're always promoting the next level of leaders that are coming up the ranks into their business. And this is a team. This is a family. This is a community. And we're all in this together. And I look forward to be able to, I look forward that I'm on this journey with you. And I would also say, as you see me out in the various communities or cities or what have you, come up and say hi. I'd love to be able to get to know you better and hear your story. That's what I love about this business. It's that personal touch, that relationship. This is a relationship business, and the sooner you understand that and understand the community, the family, and what this culture is all about, that is when you will build a successful business. Everybody, God bless, and look forward to our next communication in one of our videos that we'll be producing in the near future. Thanks, everybody.